This program is made possible through the support of our generous sponsors. The Talk of Paynesville, a Paynesville area community education production in association with the Paynesville Area Chamber of Commerce.
Good morning and welcome to the Talk of Paynesville, our community livestream talk show. I'm Jacob Bertram.
And I'm Faith DeCousin. Thank you for joining us live today. We are glad you are watching. Please enter your questions in the comment section below at any time during this broadcast and we will try to get them into the show. Jacob, did you know that today is National Get to Know Your Customers Day, National Corn Fritters Day, and National Personal Chef Day?
I did not know that. It'd be really nice to have a personal chef to make the corn fritters for today. Yeah. Maybe we can get Matt to do some of that. Maybe. Well, folks, we have a great show in store for you, like always. We have Mr. Lee Schleper will be an in-studio guest today to talk about summer amateur baseball, fall high school sports, Gopher Football, and of course, the City of Paynesville update. We also have a new special segment called Health, Wellbeing, and You. Today's guest will be Lisa Steil, and she'll be talking about the new Pelvic Floor Therapy program at Centracare Paynesville. We also have our local trivia contest, the joke of the week, chamber member spotlight, inspirational quote of the day, and your Meg Wealth Management Money Minute. Alright, we're getting this ready with some trivia. Today's trivia question for this week would be, what year was titled the worst flood ever in Paynesville? Was it A, 2020, B, 1987, C, 1957, or D, 2001? You can enter your answers in the comment section on YouTube and we'll get them answered later in the show and you might be a lucky winner of a special prize. Good luck to everyone. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
We all want to be centered on life's best moments. The big ones, the small ones. We know you don't have time for complicated banking, and we believe you deserve something more. Our friendly and knowledgeable team is here to make banking easier with the right financial accounts, loans, and services to fit your needs. It's our promise to you. Place your needs at the center of all we do. Central Minnesota Credit Union, centered on you.
Meg Wealth Management has offices located in Paynesville and Willmar and is a comprehensive wealth management, investment, and insurance firm. As your trusted advisors, we are wholly dedicated to helping you reach a higher purpose for your wealth and design a lasting legacy for your family. We leverage deep industry knowledge, a vast network of specialized services, proven investment strategies, and a passion for serving you. Let Meg Wealth Management help you live your life by design, not by default.
We welcome Lisa Steil. Please tell us a little bit about your background.
Sure. I'm a physical therapist and certified wound specialist. I've been a physical therapist for over 30 years, 18 years at Centracare Paynesville. I have a broad range of experience in my background as a physical therapist. I've worked with patients in acute care setting, transitional care setting, long-term care, home care, and my specialty has been wound care for over 25 years. That's been my focus. We are here today to talk about my new adventure as a physical therapist to help those who have pelvic floor dysfunction. So pelvic floor rehab is a new area that that I'm pursuing. So
you want to tell us a little bit more about the pelvic floor rehabilitation program?
Sure. Pelvic floor rehab is a non-surgical approach to the rehab conditions that are caused by dysfunctions of the pelvic floor. The pelvic floor can weaken and the muscles that are around that pelvic floor area can become weak and cause situations such as prolapse or bowel and urinary incontinence, can cause pelvic pain, retention, constipation issues. So it provides individuals with a conservative approach rather than jumping right to surgery. So the pelvic floor is also known as the pelvic diaphragm. So when I teach patients about the muscles that we're going to be working on, I tell them it's kind of like a hammock that sits right in between your hips, and those muscles that we work to strengthen help to lift up that hammock or that pelvic floor and support the structures that are in that area. So, yeah.
Who might be a good candidate for this new treatment?
Well, pelvic floor is really for anyone. We all have it. So it's men and women of all ages, youth as well. So there are all types of ages, and we treat through the generations.
So what does the treatment involve?
Okay, well, we do a complete history, including a detailed questionnaire, and that is filled out sometimes during the evaluation, or we'll fill out the questionnaire, have the patient fill out the questionnaire before our first visit. And the initial eval includes an interview, very detailed subjective history, discussion of diet, nutrition, lifestyle. We talk about what their primary goal is and the symptoms that they've been having. Detailed past medical history. Physical exam includes an external and then also an internal exam, which we gain information about the muscle tone, the muscle strength, if they have a pelvic pain dysfunction, then we'll also be able to diagnose some of those issues as well. Then we will help develop a plan and then work towards strengthening or stretching or whatever their issue may be. We can also involve them with biofeedback, which is a surface electromyography. It uses electrodes that give information back to the patient on how their muscle activity is, working or not. So we set them up. There's a computer screen, and they can actually, contract or relax those muscles and see the activity of the muscle and what it's doing. So, a lot of times patients come in and they, have no idea even where those muscles are, where to begin with the process of strengthening. So that's a great way to give them information and helps them progress and build on their home exercise program that we issue as well. So,
where is the pelvic floor rehab being offered, and do patients need to see their medical provider first?
Yes, we do ask that patients get a referral from their primary care physician, or it can come from a urologist or a specialist that they have been seeing regarding their dysfunction. And then we offer it at our main campus, Centracare Paynesville.
All right, well, we thank Lisa for coming in today. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, thank you so much, and look forward to helping anyone out in our community with pelvic floor dysfunctions.
All right, well, thank you. And now let's hear from our sponsors.
We all want to be centered on life's best moments. The big ones, the small ones. We know you don't have time for complicated banking, and we believe you deserve something more. Our friendly and knowledgeable team is here to make banking easier with the right financial accounts, loans, and services to fit your needs. It's our promise to you to place your needs at the center of all we do. Central Minnesota Credit Union, centered on you.
Make Wealth Management has offices located in Paynesville and in Wilmer and is a comprehensive wealth management, investment, and insurance firm. As your trusted advisors, we are wholly dedicated to helping you reach a higher purpose for your wealth and design a lasting legacy for your family. We leverage deep industry knowledge, a vast network of specialized services, proven investment strategies, and a passion for serving you. Let Make Wealth Management help you live your life by design, not by default. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we wanted to bring in an expert in all things sports. It's too bad that you couldn't make it today, but we welcome Mr. Lee Schleper in the studio today. Lee, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Jacob. Thanks for having me. Fate No More with us. It's awesome. It feels like we're back in our crow's nest.
It does.
Yes.
It does. So, being with that, what are you doing with all your free time now that you're not, streaming any games this spring or summer?
Well, I don't know how much my wife likes it, but at night now we watch some reruns of our basketball games,
nice.
our football games. It's pretty fun. I enjoy it. We still sound great, you guys. We look great up there.
Oh, good.
No, it's tough. It was a tough spring not able to do anything.
Yeah.
Because I think we all know that the baseball team was going to be a pretty good baseball team this spring, and unfortunately that was canceled. Softball also was going to have a good team, so I was looking forward to that, getting out there and doing those live streams, but hopefully we can get back into it here in another month.
Exactly.
What can you tell us about the state of our area summer amateur baseball teams and season?
Sure. So I'm part of the Stearns County League. Paynesville, the Pirates here are with the County Line League. The Stearns County League is a little bit different as far as the radius is concerned. It's the only county baseball league in the state with a 6-mile radius. So it's a very small, tight-knit community that play these baseball games. Here in Paynesville, I believe it's a 30-mile radius. But of course, the Paynesville kids, they don't have any problem getting kids here. We don't have any problems getting kids in Roscoe because of the Paynesville School District. Same with Lake Henry and same with Regal. So those 4 teams right there make up this hotbed of baseball in this community right now, and it's kind of fun to sit back and look at all the kids that have played there throughout the years, kids that are playing now that graduated from Paynesville. So Ron Fuchs, myself, and Chris Stanley and Tommy Ludwig from Lake Henry, we got together last year and we talked about maybe getting a tournament together with those 4 teams, because the majority of the kids on those teams graduated from Paynesville High School, played baseball under Coach Scooglen. So we're trying to get a tournament together. We're going to get one going this year. So next year it's going to be called the Quad City Classic, the 4 cities, Regal, Lake Henry, Roscoe, and Paynesville. We're going to play a tournament, maybe over the Town and Country Days weekend, something like that, because all 4 of those baseball teams, they draw great crowds. You know, they have great following, so I think we'd have a great time here at the ballpark. It's going to bring a lot of people into the community of Paynesville, and so we're looking forward to that. So, yeah, and the Pirates here in town are young, just lost last night 3-1 to a really good New London Spicer team. Roscoe over there, they're struggling this year, but they're playing a lot of young kids also. Same with Lake Henry, they only have 1 win. Roscoe with no wins yet this year. They're both those teams, along with the Pirates, are pretty young, and it's tough for these young kids to play amateur baseball when they're 17, 16. We have some 8th graders playing, and you're playing against 25, 30-year-old men. So it's going to take a little bit for these guys to pick it up a little bit. But of course, Regal over there, they are 6-1, so they're still doing well. They got a lot of veterans out there. So the amateur baseball in this area is alive and well, and things are going well for all 4 of those teams. We're looking forward to the rest of the season for that.
Well, that's great too, and that's nice that they were able to still have it on this summer and be able to bring those people in together. Because what else can you do? Yeah,
and I want to mention too that with the pandemic going on, all 4 of those teams have done a really good job with letting people know about social distancing, and the shacks are open. They're selling burgers, hot dogs, but everybody that's working in there is wearing a mask and doing everything we can to keep it safe for everybody. So it's been going really well.
And those games, are they just kind of during the week sometimes, or mainly on Sundays? Or?
Right. So those 4 teams, the only team that has lights, of course, is Paynesville here. The Pirates have beautiful high school stadium out there. So they have the advantage of being able to play night games, which is great because, more people can show up during the weekend, Friday night games, Saturday night games. But the other 3, Regal, Roscoe, and Lake Henry, all play afternoon games, 1:30 afternoons, usually on a Sunday. So, and then of course all 4 of those teams have Little League and Pee Wee teams. So we have baseball going on throughout the week at all 4 of those parks. So things are going well.
Well, perfect. Well, moving to fall now, what is your kind of prediction for high school volleyball, football, and cross country?
Sure. As far as what we have as far as talent coming back, is that what you're asking, Jacob? You want me to over?
Yeah, you can start with that first. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. The football team lost a lot of talent last year. Of course, we went to the state tournament, made it to the semifinals, lost a lot of seniors. But this program is just keeps going like this. I thought a couple years ago they lost a couple of great seniors, and I thought we're going to have a down year, and boy, right back to the state tournament. So Coach Myers got a great program going. The kids bought into it, and it's so much fun to watch. These kids just keep progressing. These new kids just plugged into the lineup every year. The volleyball team last year, we were able to be up there and start doing volleyball, which was a lot of fun. A little warm up in the crow's nest in the fall, isn't it, Faith? But no, it was a lot of fun up there. And that team, of course, every year you lose quality seniors in all sports, but they're just going to plug them in too. They got some good young talent on that volleyball squad too, so I'm looking forward to that. That should be a lot of fun. Will it happen this fall? I don't know. I know we were just talking about that earlier. Gosh, I hope so. But I know the Minnesota State High School League just had a meeting the other day, and they're putting in precautions. They're talking about how they're going to do this. There's been talk of maybe taking these fall sports, volleyball, football, and pushing them back to the spring, maybe bringing the spring sports up to the fall, because of course we know that the softball team has been playing out there practicing. Baseball, we just talked about baseball, that's going on full throttle right now. So maybe they'll bring the spring sports into the fall and the fall sports into the spring. So maybe we're talking first football game, first week of April. I mean, that could very well happen. So that'd be kind of interesting too, because usually when we're doing football games, it's hot in August. We're up in the tower, and now it's going to be cold in the first game, but it's going to be hot the last game. So it'll be interesting to see. I think everybody's just playing it by ear right now. See what happens.
Yeah, I hope so too. And we did buy or get a new pregame trailer. You want to talk a little bit about what our plans for that would be? Yeah, absolutely. So if people that are listening and watching today, if you're college football fans, you know that College Game Day, they have a big old booth up on top, and they have guests, and that's what we're going to try to do with our trailer out there on the football field. It's going to be a pregame, a little bit of a pregame action going on, so we're looking forward to that. We're going to have some picks. Maybe we'll have a special guest picker every week. I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that, so it should be fun.
Yeah. How about your beloved Gopher football team? If they do play, how do you think they will finish?
Roll the boat, Sky Yuma, go Gophers. More importantly, go Bulldogs. But yes, so the Gopher football team last year was an unbelievable year. Won 11 games, first time since 1904. There again, we lost a lot of really good football players, a couple to the NFL. I believe we have 8 returning offensive players and 5 on the defensive side. Average recruiting class coming in this year, but next year, 2021, the recruiting class is top 15 in the country. This team is on the rise. Of course, I've been a Gopher football fan my whole life, and after last year, 11-2 season, that was just unbelievable. So if they do play, I expect them to win the Big Ten West. I expect myself, Coach Skuglin, Coach Fuchs, a few other people going out to the Rose Bowl, maybe the College Football Championship. It's going to be a great fall, great winter for Gopher football.
All right, well, let's move on to the city update. You
Sure.
work for the City of Paynesville. Is there any updates that have been going on during the summer and spring?
Yeah, right. So in the City of Paynesville, we were able to, with the help of the DNR, get a fishing pier out by Lake Cronus, out by Vans Beach. I think you both have been out there, had an opportunity to see that. Boy, it's been out for maybe a month. Some of my guys working for the city put it together, Jason, Bob, and Brad, and they put it out. And the minute they got it out, the kids were on it. So I mean, it's just been a huge asset to our park down there. We got some more playground equipment down there last year. So that park is doing tremendous. I had a couple part-timers yesterday come into the office and said that she complimented them on how nice the park looks. So things are going well out there. Of course, we have our splash pad at the gazebo park in town. We were able to get a few more things on there. The splash pad, we got the gun now. We got a couple other things going on. We're always looking at expanding that. we're hoping to maybe even expand it more, get a bigger splash pad, a water park per se. So that's going great. We did a reconstruct last year on the down by your house, down in the Clock Edition. New water, new sewer, new storm sewer. That's it went very well. We had Voss Construction was in there for that. That went well. Finished that up. Just trying to get the grass to grow now. Every couple of years we try to do a reconstruct project somewhere in the city of Paynesville. So yeah, things are looking up. We got a brand new lift station going in for the AMPI. AMPI, one of the biggest contributors to the city of Paynesville. They employ quite a few people, and so we work hand in hand with them, getting rid of their wastewater, their milk water. So that's going well. And other than that, things are steady right now for the city of Paynesville. Things are looking good.
What do you like best about living in Paynesville?
Oh boy, what I like best, so much I like living in Paynesville. For one thing, working for the city of Paynesville, it's one thing to be able to work in the town that you live in. There's so many people that commute all over. I'm not only able to work in the community that I live in, but I actually get to work for the community, work for everybody like you guys and Matt out there, and I just really enjoy that. So that's one of my favorite things about living here in the city of Paynesville. The other thing is just family and friends. My entire family lives right here in the area. Growing up here, you have so many great friends, and getting back to sports, being able to watch my friends that I graduated with, their kids now playing in sports is so much fun for me. So yeah, I just enjoy this entire community.
Well, Lee, thanks for joining us today. Any other bits of wisdom you'd like to share with our viewers before?
Like I said, Gophers. I don't see them not going 12-0 this year, right, Faith? You and I are on the same page on this. Row the boat, Sky Uma, go Gophers. More importantly, go Bulldogs.
Mr. Lee Schleper with us today. Thanks for coming in.
Absolutely. And
we'll be right back after this commercial break.
We all want to be centered on life's best moments. The big ones, the small ones. We know you don't have time for complicated banking, and we believe you deserve something more. Our friendly and knowledgeable team is here to make banking easier with the right financial accounts, loans, and services to fit your needs. It's our promise to you to place your needs at the center of all we do. Central Minnesota Credit Union, centered on you.
Make Wealth Management has offices located in Paynesville and in Wilmer, and is a comprehensive wealth management, investment, and insurance firm. As your trusted advisors, we are wholly dedicated to helping you reach a higher purpose for your wealth and design a lasting legacy for your family. We leverage deep industry knowledge, a vast network of specialized services, proven investment strategies, and a passion for serving you. Let Make Wealth Management help you live your life by design, not by default.
We now want to welcome Mr. Jeremy Wilner for this episode of Your Money Minute.
It's hard to watch TV today without seeing commercials for debt reduction strategies or debt consolidation. Debt has always been an emotional and psychological issue for many people. But paying off debt can be one of the best strategies to help and improve your long-term financial future. Hello everyone, I'm Jeremy Wilner, CEO and founder of Mag Wealth Management, and today we're going to talk about two debt reduction strategies, the Snowball method and the Avalanche method. First of all, the Snowball method. With the Snowball method, you pay your minimum balance on each debt, and then you add any extra money that you have to payments on the smallest debt. Then you move on to the next smallest debt and the next smallest debt, thus the snowball effect. With this method, you have no regard for interest rates. So let's take a look at an example of the snowball method. If you have a credit card, a student loan, a Harley loan, and a car loan, your total monthly payments in this example are $700. You have $400 extra for payments. With the snowball method, you'll add that $400 each month to the smallest balance, which is the Harley. After 8.5, 9 months, you'll have the Harley paid off, and you'll have your $500 extra that you can put on the car. And then you move on to the next debt. The negatives here is you may pay more interest on this method, but the big positive is that you see debt reduced, which is always a win. The second method is the Avalanche method. With the Avalanche method, again, you're going to pay your minimum balance due on each debt, but then here you're going to actually take into account the interest rates. So you add any extra payments to the highest interest rate loan, pay that one off, and then move on to the next highest interest rate loan. You have no regard to the account balances in this method. Again, if we look at that example now and add interest rates, 19% on the credit card, 3.5% on the student loan, 4% on the Harley loan, and 5% on the car loan, again, our $700 minimum payment is made, and we have $400 left over to make additional payments. With the Avalanche method, we'll add that $400 extra month payment to the credit card. Here it's going to take longer to pay that credit card off, about 18 months, but then you'll have $650 that you can move on to the car loan. And then you continue to move on until those debt payments are all exhausted. With the negatives here is that you may not get those quick wins, but the big positive is that you'll save more on interest costs. So which method is best for you? If you need quick wins and need to be continuously motivated, the Snowball method. But if you're trying to minimize your interest costs, the Avalanche method. But remember, no matter which method you use, paying debt off will be a huge benefit to your long-term financial future. So how can you get more information? You can visit our website at magwealth.com. Otherwise, send me an email at jwilner@magwealth.com. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a wonderful day.
I'd like to thank Jeremy again for your Money Minute. If you'd like to contact Jeremy, please visit their website at makewealth.com.
And now for our quote of the day. If you can't do great things, do small things in a great way. Napoleon Hill.
Don't miss Charlie Roth tonight at Veterans Park for Week 3 of the Paynesville Area Community Education Summer Concert Series from 6 to 8 p.m. The full band schedule is on the Community Ed website at PaynesvilleCE.com. Here is Charlie Roth playing Broken Ground.
There's a tiny town out in the broken ground where the young folks don't hang around too long. There's no work out there unless you got a farm. Even then, the corn price is down. Used to be a railroad through there. It don't run no more. To the tiny town out in the broken ground. Out in the broken ground. Well, there's a church out there in the tiny town where they laid my head in the water, in a big old house full of memories where they raised 6 sons and daughters. With a picture of an old man praying on the wall. bus, it would take me off to war. And I waved goodbye and I watched my mama cry. My dad said, son, no matter where you roam, you'll carry part of your prairie home. And I took that to heart and I held my head up high. I walked this whole world round, swam on the sandy shores, lived in the largest towns. I seen the hell of war. Through it all, one thing never changed. I'll always be that boy from the tiny town out in the broken ground. Out in the broken ground.
All right, now it's time for the joke of the week. All right, Faith, the joke that I have for you is, what kind of tree fits in your hand?
What?
A palm tree. First one, boo. Wow. Okay, let's see if you can do it.
Okay, what did the little corn say to the mama corn? Where's popcorn?
That is a good one, I have to say. Okay, so what building in New York has the most stories? The public library. Yeah, laugh on that one. That's always good.
Okay, how do you get a squirrel to like you? You act like a nut.
Oh. Well, I guess squirrel must like us now.
Now for our Paynesville Area Chamber of Commerce member spotlight.
For over 40 years, West Central Sanitation has been the friendly neighbor in the communities they serve. At West Central Sanitation, being a good neighbor means more than just great customer service. It also means being involved in and supporting each community they serve. Whether your need is garbage removal, construction or roll-off for construction debris, West Central Sanitation is here for you. West Central Sanitation. Good neighbors you have come to trust. The Paynesville Press is Paynesville's award-winning newspaper for over 135 years. The Paynesville Press provides community news, office supplies, copying and faxing, commercial printing, advertising, and graphic design services. Become a subscriber of the Paynesville Press today by calling 243-3772.
Alright, now it's time to answer the trivia question from earlier in the show. It was, what year was titled the worst flood ever in Paynesville? We had some guesses from Abe and Addie, as well as Dean Heike, both answering the same answer, but we had Abe and Addie answering C, and that is the correct answer, 1957. So congratulations to Abe and Addie Dickhausen for your correct answer. That was 63 years ago this week, Faith.
Wow.
It's hard to believe. You can see on some of those pictures there that all of downtown was pretty well flooded. You could see some of the cars even having the water pass their wheels there. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm glad it doesn't happen now. Well, folks, before we leave, we have to say a special birthday to Faith. Faith's birthday was this Monday. So, happy birthday.
Thanks.
Hopefully you had a good day.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, good.
Thanks everyone for watching. Please take a moment to hit that subscribe button and like our broadcast. Also, don't forget to put your interview questions in the comment section below. I'm Faith DeCousin.
And I'm Jacob Bertram. Stay safe
and stay cool, Paynesville.